It's Friday 28th of November. So this was a NAS 100 Nasdaq. We had seen that the market had already traded into our 4 hour fair value gap. Now we are rejecting. We had already traced to the OTE levels, price leg, as you can see. Then we were nicely displacing and we were kind of disrespecting a bullish fair value gaps. And you can see the market did expand nicely. And yeah, I entered a trade after a bearish fair value gap was disrespected, moved my stops later on to break even after the market had formed a market structure shift. But it happened that I was taken out break even, but was a nice read. And in this next part, I will be explaining further on this position. So until next time, hopefully we'll get to learn. And was a nice day, was been a nice week. Looking forward to hear from you guys if there is indeed anything that you could want me to break down. And yeah, let's see. Market tanked, took me at break even, and that was it. So be safe, guys, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Naelekeza hii entry yangu na hii position na hizo liquidity zenye zilikuwa chini, mbona somehow mimi niliingia hii trade hii for our fair value gap iko mbali sana. So hii for our fair value gap ilikuwa traded into, alafu on the right ukiangalia hapa na hizi liquidity zilikuwa tumesweep. Unaona these ones hizi ndio zilikuwa hapo, zilikuwa tumesweep, alafu tuka reject, alafu this week ilikuwa already sharp print, again ilikuwa ya 930 ilikuwa sharp print. So kama imesweep hizi liquidities, then most likely hii market inafaa kuendelea kwenda chini. So ni level gani sifai kuona akando zikiwa bullish. So after kujiuliza kutoka kwa hii for our fair value gap ni level gani sitaki juu, already tusha sweep, tume reject, meaning this market should be bearish. If we see candles closing bullish, then most likely we are continuing higher towards this for our fair value gap yenye tumepanga nayo hapa. So nika identify these high, hata ilikuwa just a random high, ilikuwa a random high this one, but ukiangalia bado kana kama kanini ka order. So I dropped on the 5 minute here to try to refine these highs. So what happened at that moment, tukaona this candle ilikuwa imeclose alafu we reverse. So this reversal ndio nilikuwa nataka kujua nini yani why. So nika drop even further to the 1 minute. Sijui kama utanisikia na matoto kana nini, base yangu naoma siko kijani. Alright, so hii position ilikuwa taken after this price like it happened. So ukiangalia from the high to the low niko na Fibo. So price already nikatoka ni kama imeingia kwa Fibonacci levels, na left kwa hizo 1 hour katika alafu kuna 1 hour order block. So nika identify now other than this level in already imekuwa traded, I want to see an inverse if fair value gap ikiwa inverted of the OTE. So price ikaform ka bullish fair value gap, immediately to tap into it, alafu candle ikakuwa kama ina close. So that's where nika enter my buy position as ilikuwa hapo chini, tukapush vizuri kwenye market structure shift, mimi nika break even. Nilikuwa na kuna nini niko hapa nako, niko na live nilikuwa na tengeneza screen record. Tusinge kwa kelele bana, niko nje ni kijani, sina na reso wifi katika phone shida inafikia huko. So kuna hivyo ipush nikaingia break even hapo, kumbe kanitoa, but later on imeendelea. So reason ya kutoona hizi fair value gaps kwa swap, ukiangalia bado hizi liquidity zimekuwa swap, right? Hizi liquidity zimekuwa swap, alafu tuka reverse kwenye reverse hapo, alafu huku juni another liquidity tuna engineer plus long term wise tuko na hizo liquidity zingine tuna target. So that's why niliamua kwa 1 2 3, unfortunately niko nje, but price read ilikuwa tu sawa hapa. Kile happen tumeswitch liquidities, ukiangalia yes imeconfirm SMT. Yeah, hii SMT hapa. So like nilikuwa natumia hizi SMT. So if hapa ndo by the time ina form ideas nilikuwa nje. So hivyo ndivyo that was my outlook for today. At least yeah, reading price with that same buy but to find out. So hiyo ndo consider actually closed after being taken a break even. So this is how the trade actually printed out, and yeah, my full TP couldn't really have been taken, but I would have been almost out, or I would have been completely out immediately after this 5 minutes fair value gap was disrespected. But yeah, I was in the trade. I was taken a break even, and was a good rally, and to me it proves to me that I'm good at price reading, and I want to generally show how I did read these price action from the higher time frame until the lower time frame. So I'll be starting from the daily time frame. The daily time frame, what I can see is the market has really been expanding. We did disrespect these bearish order block. The market closed above it. This week I've been generally buying, and I have actually 100%, let's say I took one yesterday. I didn't actually trade because of the bank holiday, but we can see over here the market actually has been so bullish, and my target was this for our liquidities over here or an imbalance, and also generally those highs. Since we know that we are bullish, from what areas can we be reacting off of, and since we have the target as these for our fair value gap, let me show you this for our fair value gap. That is the first imbalance. Then we can go for these relative equal highs. Then generally we can have all these liquidities pressing above these levels being our target, knowing that I want to see higher prices. Now I dropped from what areas am I really likely expecting to see continuation going higher. I established a 4 hour fair value gap over here, then waited for the New York open, the 9:30 open, to see what will be happening. So that 4 hour fair value gap was ready during that hour. You can see with this candle, this was the 9 AM, and during the 9:30 we rallied higher, and then later on we rallied lower, tapping to that 1 hour order block. Then after 1 hour 4 hour fair value gap, sorry, we had this other 1 hour fair value gap that was traded into. We didn't really trade deeper into this 1 hour fair value gap. Then we did reject going higher. So then having that rejection, let's go back. There we go. So seeing that we had that rejection, I wanted to see whether the lower time frame was in support of that, and I tried to find entry. So from the 30 minutes, I noticed that we had these liquidity strips that if we go to S&P 500 at around, yeah, we had taken also those lows. We had a 30 minutes fair value gap that was already traded for S&P 500 with this candle 9:30. So if the market was to be bearish, then we needed to continue bearish of these. We needed to continue bearish of this 30 minutes fair value gap. But if we saw continuations going higher, then to me I was in for buys. But I usually trade Nasdaq. I considered also this rejection, so we don't need to form bullish candles. If that forms, then we are kind of bullish, and so I dropped further to the 15 minutes, and the same was happening there. So immediately I saw this rejection and this candle closed bullish. I had this high that I was monitoring entering around this level. So this red line. So this candle closed above it. So to me, most likely I was in for buys. Now one thing I wanted to see is my entry. Where did I find an entry? So as this candle was printing, I wasn't really in the market then. The market so we dropped lower. So we dropped these move lower. So from these drop, that's why I was trying to anticipate my entry, and my entry was based on these specific levels. So how did I find my entry? So after sweeping, tapping into these, this is the 4 hour fair value. Let me ensure that it's visible. It's within our visibility right there. So not yet. There. So after we had traded into these 4 hour fair value, right? Those are the notes that I've been taking during the live. So the market traded into, we rallied higher. We were forming bearish fair value gaps over here that the market reacted, but later on they were disrespected, which is a sign of bullishness. Then the market continued higher. We failed to continue higher, but what happened? We dropped lower. So I wanted to know, why are we really heading towards this drop? I've used my Fibonacci. We traded into the OTE levels. Utilized also this order block. We found support on that order block. Then the market started displacing. So if we were to be bearish, the same analogy that I used from the 30 minutes time frame, I used it over here. We had a bearish fair value gap. If we were bearish, then we want to see this fair value gap holding price going lower. But if it's disrespected by a candle closure above these 5 minutes candle that traded into this fair value gap, then most likely bullish. We also formed a bullish fair value gap over here that was traded into. Then immediately that candle closed, this candle I entered at around this moment in time. We were in a short drawdown. Then the market expanded nicely. So as we created this market structure shift, I traded my stop loss to break even, but again the market dropped. I wanted to see these 5 minutes fair value gap holding and also this 1 minute fair value gap holding, but the market dropped. Those levels failed. We came for these liquidities that we formed another SMT for with US 500. We didn't lose those lows. These were the lows. We didn't really lose those lows, which was a sign of also bullish prices. So for MQ Nasdaq, we swept those. Then we started displacing, forming fair value gaps. So if I wanted to enter, I maybe entered within this fair value gap again after we had now formed another chapter, entered into that fair value gap with my stops there, but wasn't really in the market at that moment in time. Then the market expanded. We were expecting higher time frame 5 minutes fair value gaps that were being formed. That continued higher. Our TP wasn't really hit, and I didn't really. If I was in this position, I would have definitely managed it properly, and I would have wanted to see this 1 minute fair value gap hold the market go higher. So that held prices. So my stops would have been here because we need to see formation of fair value gaps higher of fair value gap. So this fair value gap should have led for another fair value gap, but that failed. We flipped and we did break to break even, which is wouldn't really have been good if I wasn't in this position, and I wouldn't really have taken my TP my profits there. But again, I'm seeing another opportunity, but I'm not really interested in it, and want to see this just we close with almost, let's say, 90, 100, because yesterday we didn't actually trade, the market was consolidating, but this week started off well and actually has ended up well. So that's been the trade, and yeah, the thing I'm learning is maybe if I should be having my last line of defense that should have been maybe prevented me to break even earlier on, but yeah, I can't really regret with this position. Maybe the 5 minute was, the 1 minute was my last line of defense, but in real sense what we had as our last line of defense, or last line of defense, was this liquidity sweep that would have pushed the market going high. So that's what happened, and yeah, I'm out of the position, out of the week, and now let's see what next week has for us. Till next time, be safe. I also, by the way, had a gold position that didn't really trade it, but had analyzed, and I want to give you my analysis on gold. On gold, I have been really bullish after we broke through these highs. I'm bullish. I haven't really taken a trade until today. The market really rallied so fast, didn't really trigger me in because I had a limit. And why did I base this long position with this candle is we were in a bullish market. We had confirmed this break of structure, and also we had confirmed this fair value gap. The market was trading inside this fair value gap, and what I did do is I did have my immediate rebalance line there. So if you know, I love using high time frame immediate rebalances, usually dotted and also red. So that signals my immediate rebalance. I drop on the 1 hour time frame, and the target has been higher. So let me show you first the target. Those highs, which from the 4 hour time frame was actually a fair value gap. Yeah, these highs that had already traded into fair value gap. So that was my target. And since we had that 4 hour fair value gap being traded into, and now we were forming this price action. This was the price action that was printing at that moment in time. We displaced above the 4 hour immediate rebalance. This candle closed above it. So this was the signal that indeed we are bullish. And these bearish fair value gap had already been traded into. So if the market was to be bearish, then this fair value gap should have done its job by pushing prices lower. But we rejected. But again, this candle pushed higher, and this candle closed above. So my entry was based, I think, on the 15 minutes, whereby I wasn't really triggered in. So I wanted to see a rejection. Immediately we closed. I wanted to see a rejection into 1 minute fair value gap. Let's see. This is a nice trade. Should have been a nice trade, really. Yeah, I wanted to see this rejection into this fair value gap, the 50% of it, and then continue, but the market just expanded and rallied and rallied and rallied. We had that drop. What pulled the drop lower? We had all those fair value gaps that were created below. And see this fair value gap over here. The market traded into it, and let's use our feed to see from this high to this low. Did the market? I've done the other way around. From the high to the low, did the market deliver to discount? Yes, the market had delivered to discount before this push going higher. So this is our newest low. So from the high, this is our newest low because we had already traded to discount. We also delivered to discount 50% level right there. Then we have been pushing high. So the reason as to why the market dropped, I think we can also find maybe imbalances within that fib. So we had this order block within the 50%, though we have fair value gaps. Also from the 15 minutes, we have these fair value gaps. That would have been the reason why the market get lower. Then we have these push and going high. Those were my two analysis for today, and have rallied really nicely. And looking forward to see. I'm also expecting the full TP to be actually hit, though this was a terrific rank. But I'm expecting also to see those liquidities and also this final target we traded for. So that is it. Till next time, guys. Be safe. If you have any question, feel free to ask, and I will analyze for you. And if you need maybe to join, we start given some classes, maybe where some group where we can be talking about this. Feel free to reach out. Till next time, be safe. Finally, the market has delivered to our TP finally. What a good day. Yeah, if we go to we have tapped into that those liquidities, and now we are dropping, but generally anticipating a continuation just going higher. This to me is maybe a drop, maybe to those imbalances and then continue higher. So yeah, good price action, good trading in general, too much taking.